How many times have you looked at a successful person and assumed they must be a really disciplined person? Like I've had people actually say that to me, like, you're one of the most disciplined people I know. And the thing is I used to be. I used to be one of the most disciplined people you may have known. I am no longer the most disciplined person you may have ever met. I'm a habitual person. And I would never have put it into that kind of wording until I just read those chapters in the books, and it's totally true. I lived for a while just continually. I'd make myself get up. I'd make myself do this. And it was never quite the same pattern, but there was always my list of things that I made myself do in order to be successful. But that has changed, and I can tell you it's so freeing. And I wouldn't have known how to put it so precisely except for reading this. It is not about being disciplined. We all have enough discipline to be successful, to be free, to not feel tied down by our job or whatever it might be. And the trick is habits. You've got to build the good habits, the right habits. It's not about building lots of habits. It's about building the right ones. Because if you build the right ones, then it frees you up. I guess the way I'd put it is, if you're disciplined about the right things, it frees you up to be less disciplined about other things. So only focus on a couple things you need to be disciplined on, like one thing at a time. Get disciplined on that. Like you always hear, it's success is a marathon. And I agree with what they say in this book. Again, success is not a marathon. It's a sprint until it's habit. So it's a series of sprints until you build the right habits. But it's short. 66 days is what they say it takes to build a habit. They used to say 21 days. That, I think it was an Oxford study that kind of threw that myth out the door. On average, they found in their study that it takes 66 days, which sounds a lot better to me, because I used to think it was 21 days and I was always disappointed. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm never going to build a habit. But in reality, it was just because I wasn't doing it long enough. So it's a 60-day sprint, not a 66-year sprint on average. If it's a harder habit, it's going to take you a little longer. But once it's habit, it's freeing. It becomes something you do naturally. Like, my morning routine has now become habit. I want to do it. It took me way longer than 21 days. It actually took me a little longer than 66 days. It probably took closer to 3 months, but it was a harder habit. My routine was harder to do with the family and kids and trying to match my schedule up with theirs. But I was able to, and now it is absolutely habit. If I don't do it, I don't feel right in the day, and I actually miss it. So I feel good getting up now to run. I feel good getting up to go to the gym. I feel good getting up to read my Bible study when normally I felt tired and groggy. I love sitting at the table with my kids. The thing I'm struggling with right now to building a habit into is this, actually, doing these videos. Was not part of my routine. I am totally struggling with it. But I've got about another month and a half, 2 months before it's habit. And I believe it will be. So I'm going to look at my notes to make sure I didn't miss anything on this. Yeah. So the big thing to take away from this is who wants to live a disciplined life? Nobody. It's kind of like a pride thing. We could be like, yeah, I'm disciplined. I've made it because I make myself get up every day and do it. But who wants to do that? Nobody. I don't. I want it to be fun. I want life to be relaxed and enjoyable, not this disciplined life. So build the right habits. Focus your discipline on the one thing that is going to affect your life the most right now. And then build that, spend the next 2 months, turn that into a habit. And then it's freeing. You realize you don't have to worry about everything, just worry about the right thing. And that's it.